This summer, I was given the opportunity to fish Catch 22, a set of lakes that had been closed for nearly 3 years. The trip was a massive success. With both me and my friend catching carp over £30, it exceeded all expectations. So much so that I asked the owner if I'd be able to return once again, but this time fishing from the island. Although the fishery began taking bookings by this point, he told me there was a few days where the lake was empty and asked if I'd like to return. Of course, I bit his arm off and planned my trip down to fish from the private island. Oh yeah. Proper fishing. I've been looking forward to this trip for a long time, and as you can probably hear, it's absolutely... We go again. Right, I'm back. The rain's quite down a little bit. It's every sort of half an hour we get an absolute downpour. It's very up and down at the moment, so I'll be as quick as I can. I've got exclusive lake access and I'm fishing off the island, so it's a right little adventure, and I'm just hoping that they're on the munch. I got here probably about 5 o'clock, parked my car on the point swim, loaded up the boat, and then made my way across to the island. It's been a little while since I've actually been out fishing, so I'm absolutely buzzing for this trip. I didn't want to waste any time, not long before sunset, and I wanted rods out there, so I watched the water for a little bit, see if anything was showing, and then I went out in the boat. I used the deeper and the prodding stick to try and find a nice area in front of me. Now, the first spot I picked to fish was on the far bank, really nice tree line. I spread quite a lot of bait across there, a load of monster shrimp boilies. And then I've just found a spot in front of me. There's loads of pads. It's like an egg box. It goes up and down, gravel, silt, pads. So I found a nice little channel on the inside of some pads that's probably about 6, maybe 6.5 foot deep. So I've put a H-block there and I've spread a load of boilies across that as well. That one's literally 20-30 yards in front of me, so I can catapult bait from the bank as well and top it up. Lake exclusive. I'm absolutely buzzing. Let's see if I can catch one of the bigger fish that's in this lake. The island swim commands a good amount of water, with depths ranging between 4 and 11 feet. Despite the bulk of the carp holding out in the main bowl behind the island, I still felt there would be a few opportunities to be had. And it wasn't just about catching as many carp as possible. It was more about the experience of fishing from the island. I started out by flicking 2 rods on the spot in front of me, with the hopes of being able to bring the fish to the bait. The second spot being against the snags on the far margin. Despite having the boat, I wanted to keep disturbance to a minimum, so I decided to cast from the bank. Using the marker I'd hung in the tree, I clipped up the rod tight to the snags where I'd baited, and then got the rod into position. It didn't take long for the first bite to come, but unfortunately, it wasn't the target species. And it wasn't the only one throughout the night. The bream were relentless. I actually changed over to snowmen on both rods, but they were still picking up the hook baits. In situations like this, a barrel of tigers is the final port of call. With all 3 rods replaced, I had some food, watched Henry's latest upload, and just hoped that eventually the carp would move in. Well, couple of bleeps, and I thought I'd hooked another bream. I've come out, and as I got to the rod, it started taking line. First carp. Don't know what time it is. If we got not a big one, mid-double common maybe, but it's a carp. That's what's important on the tigers, so it's done the job. Come on. Yes. There we go. First carp. As it was only a small one, I decided to let it go, and it turned out to be the only bite of the night. It's about 6:45. Just been woken up to what I think had been me being done by a carp. Now, probably because I'm using those quite brutal rigs with 4 tigers on. They're not the best, to be honest, at hooking the carp. So I'll switch back over to a Ronnie rig on one and then a wafter on the other. I don't mind catching the bream in the daytime. It's just annoying, you know, to be woken up all night. So back on the rigs that I think are the most effective at hooking the carp. Just going to wing these back out onto the H block. Lovely. Nothing on the tree line spot, surprisingly, but I'm going to be positive, and hopefully today, with the sun being up, the carp are moving around, active, looking for them boilies, and I'll start getting some more bites. And more bites certainly did come, but sadly, not the carp bites I was hoping for. Bream. Oh, that's a bream and a tench now in about 5 minutes, so I don't think the carp are around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 rod on that spot. It's a small enough spot, it's right in front of me. I don't need 2 rods on it. I'm going to put 1 on that, and I'm going to move another one to the right hand side of the island. There's a little gap there, and I've been catapulting some boilies into open water, so I'm going to put another one over there. Nothing showed this morning, which is not a great sign. Maybe the carp have gone off the back of the wind. So if I don't catch anything in the next 2-3 hours, or at least a carp, I might go on a little mooch on the boat to the other side of the lake in the slack water, because no doubt the sun being up, off the back of the wind, there's bound to be a few carp, which I think is going to be a little stalking opportunity. Before casting a rod over the backup spot I'd been baiting, I decided to give solid bags a go. Maybe the carp were in the area and something a little bit different would encourage a bite. In the end, that also failed, catching me a bream within about 30 seconds. With that, I decided to rest the island swim and head off to the shallows for a bit of opportunist fishing. Bye bye island. Oh, straight away I can see some fish out there. It looks like the wind's completely changed direction as well. It's blowing into this corner of the lake now, which has made it even better. Can see a few fish just off the side of the island around them pads. Perfect for a solid bag. Right, I'm not going to waste much time. I'm going to get this rod out pretty much straight away, I think. It's probably only about 2 foot deep there. I didn't even get a drop, but I've not seen anything spook, which is a good sign. Not going to bother using an alarm because I won't need to. Just going to pop the rod up like that. Oh, I'm in. Yeah. Fish on. There we go. What's that? 2-3 minutes maybe? 4 minutes? The power of the solid bags. That's what I'm saying. I knew that, you know, if I was mobile on this trip and I was running around trying to maximise bites, I could have probably had 20-30 fish. That's a good bit of sport, that, innit? Flick that solid bag out. The rod's been on the floor for a couple of minutes and it's ripped off. That's what fishing's all about. Get him in the net, come on. Yes. Lovely jubbly. There we go. How's that for 5 minutes in the right spot, eh? It's probably 15-16 pound, one of the smaller ones. So I'm not gonna keep him out in this warm weather and get pictures and video and stuff. Go on mate, off you go. There we go. I'm hoping that hasn't spooked the rest of them, but there seem to be a good number of fish there, so I'm sure within sort of 10-15 minutes another fish will have drifted back in. I did get the rod back out and give it 5 or so minutes, but if I'm honest, I wanted to get back onto the island and catch one from there. That was the challenge that I'd set out to accomplish. I got my rig sorted and got the rods back out onto the spots. I remember looking out across the snag line and thinking there's bound to be carp about. Surely it's just a matter of time until one starts feeding and picks up the hook bait. I also put a rod on the spot I'd been baiting throughout the trip, along the side of the island. Literally just put this out. That's a carp. That is a carp. I've been baiting that spot all night. I've had it out 10 minutes. Oh, that's definitely a carp. It's got me in some pads. Keep steady pressure. Come on. Well, that's a really good sign. Literally just as far as I could catapult out here, I put probably a kilo of boilies out in case I didn't catch much. So the plans worked perfectly. It's a lot softer out there, more of a silty spot. Just got to be careful this fish, it doesn't kite round the corner. Off we got, off we got. Nice common, that. In you come. No. In you come. Yes. Oh, it's a good fish, that. Very good one. Mid-20. Come on. With carp clearly feeding, I wasted no time in getting the rod straight back out. But before I could even set the alarm, it's all starting to kick off now. Just netted that fish, and the rod long on the snags has just ripped off. Another carp. I did have a bite cam on there, but the battery had just died on my camera, so it had stopped. Just getting it through them pad roots. There we go, he's knocked himself out. Most of the fish in this lake are commons. I think it's about 20 to 1 common to mirror ratio, so it'd be nice to catch a few of the mirrors. But I'd say my target really is a 30 pounder. If I catch a 30 pounder, I'll be really happy, because you know, they spawned probably about 8 weeks ago, so they are down in weight slightly, so a 30 is a good result for sure. Come on. Lovely jubbly. Fish number 3 and 2 in the last 10 minutes. Right, it stopped raining momentarily, so I've had a chance to show you these carp. Look at this one. The best of the bunch so far. Lovely common, not far 30 pound. I've not weighed it, but it's got to be 27, 28 pound. Bar of gold, proper pristine fish. I'm loving it on this island. I had a bite last night, let it go, probably 15, 16 pound. Had a little football common, that was over 20 as well. And now all I can hope for is either a mirror or a 30 pounder, but I'm loving it. The weather's nice, it is raining, but it's sort of warm t-shirt weather, but not too hot. A little adventure on the island. I'm absolutely loving it. And I've still got a night left. Thank you very much. Let's get you back. Oh. Is that a bream? Oh, carp. Come on. Yes. Get in. Well, that's 3 fish in half an hour. With the yellow pop-up over a spread of boilies clearly working an absolute treat, I decided to recast the rod that was in front of me, instead casting it off to the left of the island. The exact same approach of a bright hook bait over a few pouchfuls of boilie, hoping to stop the carp in their tracks. be a bite. That'll be a good bite. Yes, the plan worked again. It's been about 45 minutes and it's ripped off. So I think that is the method that's working, you know, moving the rods around, giving them some bait, and then casting out over the top. It's the second time it's worked now, rather than just focusing on one spot and trying to bring the fish to you. That was an absolutely savage bite, that one. Screamed off. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh. Oh, it's a mirror. Oh, it's a mirror. Nice mirror as well. Good size, that's good fish. Look at him, he's a good one. He's a 30-pounder, he is all day long. Come on, come on. In the net you go. It's a lever as well. Yes. Come on. Look at him. That's exactly what we wanted. Let that one go because he's a mid-double common. No need to get him out for pictures and video. In again. Oh, same rod. Look at that bend on that thing. No way. Savage bites. Same rod again. Yellow pop-up down the left there. It's another good 20-pound mirror, that. Another leathery one as well. I wonder if he's a 30. No, he's not. He's a little bit smaller. 25, 26 pound. Come on, mate, we'll have you in the net. We'll have you in the net. Another nice mirror. Bosh. Come on. What's he looking like? Oh, he's a chunky one, him. Could be similar to the last one, to be fair. Oh, yeah. He's a good 25, 26 pound. Well, that spot's proving to be a killer, isn't it? One carp on that in, what, 18 hours? Moved the rod over there, just a single rod. I've had 2 bites in the last couple of hours, so I'll definitely be fishing that spot overnight. Look at him. He's a proper one. Exactly what I was after. A mirror. 1 in 20 fish is a mirror in this lake. And not only a mirror, but a good one as well. I think it's a scraper 30. I'm going to weigh it. It's definitely between 28 and 31 pound. And I'm really enjoying this trip. I've not had loads of fish, you know. I've not absolutely smashed it up. But I'm getting bites on all the rods. And no doubt, going into the second night, I'm going to find the best strategy to put even more carp on the bank. And maybe even get a bigger one than this. But I'm buzzing. I've loved today. The weather's been really kind. Let's slip this one back and see if we can catch some more carp today. Lovely, jubbly. Oh. The other mirror was another really pristine one. It was clear to see that the yellow pop-up over a spread of boilie was the winning method. For the majority of my fishing, I'm either using a wafter presentation or a bright pop-up. And I've really enjoyed fishing this simple yet effective tactic whilst on the island. It keeps the fish moving in between the baits, which creates a competitive feeding response from the carp, and it also means that you get faster pickups. Not to mention, it just being a really enjoyable way of fishing. As the sun began to set, I enjoyed my last evening on the island. Had some dinner, took in the surroundings, and just kept my fingers crossed for a successful night. Oh, now he's woken up, look. Lovely fish, that. Really nice, pristine common. In you come. Oh, woken up. In you come. Yes! It was no monster, but a lovely £20 common to start off the night, and a bank stick up the arse to nearly end the night in A&E. If I didn't catch that on camera, there's no way you would have believed me. Oh. Well, that was slightly anticlimactic. I was hoping that I'd unlocked the success method once I started having them bites on either side on the spreader boilies. I thought that was it. It was going to carry on throughout the trip. Fortunately, it went quiet again. It's not been easy this trip. I suspect a lot of the carp are out in open water behind me. I'm hearing them showing, and it's an area of the lake I can't actually fish from the island. There's no access behind me here. So, you know, location, but I wanted to fish the island. I wanted to enjoy a bit of peace and quiet, do a bit of work, which I have done, so no complaints. I've had some bites. It's just a shame. I just had that one carp last night, that £20 common. I'm just a little bit gutted that I've not woken up with a couple of carp in the sling to show you, but it's fishing. You can't catch them all every time, and like I said, I have caught some fish and I've enjoyed myself massively. Appreciate you watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you do enjoy watching my videos, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, because it means I can get out and do this more often. I'm aiming now to post between 2 and 3 videos on my channel per month, so you know, way more than I have been previously. So like I say, thanks for the support, guys, and if you like my channel, subscribe to it so you get all the notifications.